Oh shit, Cyber didn't put my pronouns on stream.
Oh, didn't I? I did.
Okay, good. Just
I don't know why it's not displaying, but I definitely did.
Weird. Maybe it's because I don't have a Twitter. Whatever.
Okay, I'm gonna put NA for your Twitter, so it actually, there we go. It'll swap between them now.
Okay.
So yeah, Ranno is kind of a weird one, because Ranno can definitely camp SK pretty hard, but with Ranno being light, SK has so many ways to just kind of destroy Ranno's life at like any point in time. So that's one thing you have to be really cautious of as the Ranno.
We're going to Ethereal Gates here, which from my limited Ranno experience at launch, I would say this is a pretty decent stage for him.
It's a good Ranno stage. I don't think it's bad for, it's kind of like mediocre for Shovel Knight. I don't think it's bad. I certainly want to be trying to go here, but I also want to be like complaining that much.
As Ranno, I definitely agree with that. His up tilt controls platforms. And maybe specifically in this matchup, I don't think SK really has the way to threaten those vertical platforms.
Yeah.
Threaten that vertical space as much as Ranno can. But Joe taking the stock anyways.
Yeah, you always have to be looking out for those up airs.
On good read, none of that matchup stuff matters. You're just getting punched in the face.
Yeah.
Oh, great tech read. Or not tech, sorry, roll.
We got the Ghost Gloves on Daff. This definitely isn't my first choice in the matchup, but there is still a lot of merit to using Ghost Gloves against Ranno.
I think I agree with it against Meechole. With the way he was using needles last set.
Possibly.
And I think maybe Joe had an inkling from his play earlier. Though I'm not sure where.
Yeah. Side B right in the face.
Not sure how I feel about the approaching Ghost Gloves though.
I think definitely pretty good to approach with. I mean, they still have like the lagless timing, regardless.
Joe needed a bit more patience there.
Yeah.
Should have seen that Meechole didn't run into his first Ghost Gloves and waited for him to act, because right at that range is where you want to make Ranno press buttons and then punish him for it.
Yeah.
I mean, especially as SK. He doesn't have much range, but he does have some. And a little bit of disjoint, which Ranno doesn't have much of.
Right. There you go, got the F strong. Goes for the side B. I like
off
that.
stage.
I think Meechole's DI kind of threw him off, but that's like a good option when you get F strong as SK.
F strong's generally strong move as SK.
This is true.
Fortunately, not killing that early though.
Yeah, still hanging on.
Not sure I agree with side being every time.
Yeah, the big thing with side B is if Meechole uses needles to shut them down, you're not really going to get anything from side being on the stage. You're going to have to find other options altogether. But trying to catch the dash attacks. Yeah, this is Meechole's starting to make the comeback here. It's kind of crazy, like against full kit SK. At that point, that's where things start to get really scary, but Meechole's hanging on and almost takes the game, but they're in the F strong. Just too powerful.
Very close game one though.
Yeah.
This could go either way, and the counter pick going into game 2 could make all the difference for Meechole here.
I think that's definitely a good
counter pick is treetop as well.
I would not do this one, but
I don't agree with this because of the way SK occupies this space.
Yeah,
I think I would have agreed more with an Air Armada if it wasn't banned, or a Air Armada is one of Ranno's strongest stages, not necessarily because Ranno is amazing at it, but because his super jump just covers plats in a way that most characters cannot.
This is a relatively unpopular stage for Ranno, so you can still maneuver around the platforms pretty nicely. The thing is just making sure you're not getting like.
Treetop isn't the worst pick, but because of that left platform, I would have said pick something else.
is.
Because this platform is notably lower than Gates. I don't think it's by a ton, but it's enough to make the difference for moves like active tilt.
Ooh, oh, good parry. That might actually be, yeah, on most stages, SK can live like that, but not on this one. You have to
maybe
cancel.
if you wave dash, I'm not sure if you can after getting parried though.
You'd have to dodge cancel.
I'm not
Use
sure
the
I agree
ledge.
with these side specials. Meechole's caught on to them.
I'm trying to parry, but mistimes it by just a couple frames, and now you're getting punished.
Meechole's not that confident in these bubble combos. Oh, short upward wobble. Love to see it if you're Ranno.
Yeah.
I think it's goofy if you're anyone else.
You're up strong. This is a really interesting stage to buy gear
Interesting
on.
roll read, but definitely not a good one.
Sweet spot, I think that made the difference that time.
Or an appropriate one, rather. I think I would have preferred to see Meechole punish what Joe was going to do on stage, but it is SK.
Right.
So I understand the hesitation. Because you can just get hit like that.
No way!
You hate to see that! Unless you're Joe, in which case you probably pop off from that. Good read, though.
That's insane, dude. What the hell? I love it. That SK's so dumb.
I love having one of the best recovery moves in the game that also kills.
Mm-hmm.
It has massive disjoint.
Very funny.
It's only really rivaled by clearance, I think. Good parry. Waited a bit too much.
Yeah. Upper upper F strong. It's an interesting thing to come out of it. Ooh, gets this hit for F strong. Not gonna kill. And Joe's even going for the like blaster installing. That's wacky. And yeah, it looks like Meechole's counter pick actually paying off. It was a weird one, but
We have Meechole taking a game here.
Yeah. And the rock wall counter pick from Joe. I kind of get it. I mean, you just kind of put Meechole in the corner, then he's just gonna blow up from like anything.
So we have rock wall. This is Mapu's pick. I'm not sure how the stage fares for Shovel Knight, honestly.
I think it's pretty good. Yeah, I think it's pretty good. I mean, most of the relics are good here. The big thing is like SK has such good edge guarding. Like some of the best in the cast, that everything he does is just, I mean, it's true for every character, but it's so much scarier on the stage. Because he can just like fair you, and that's sometimes all he needs.
Good parry check.
And like he can also tank hits.
Oh, good down strong, but the DI made Joe lift here.
Yeah.
Down tilt up strong.
Classic.
It just works.
It just works. Yeah, so far, Meechole's looking really good so far on the stage.
Yeah, Meechole's showing a really strong performance.
Oh, but
I think he was pretty ready for this counter pick.
interesting.
Seems like
though.
a player comfort at least.
Yeah. You're getting any good follow-ups from Joe that time, which is unfortunate, because that's like the big thing about this stage. You can get so many...
I love the needles there, knowing that Mapu's been abusing side B to get back on stage, just totally shutting it off, saying, no, you cannot use your propeller at me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ghost gloves, not sure how much I agree with that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it works. Again, I think, like... I think pretty much every relic has its place on the stage. But, I'm feeling Ghost Gloves.
That's very
honestly.
true.
You can't really go wrong with buying any particular relic here, because everything just, like, takes advantage.
I would have maybe, I'm pretty sure Ghost Gloves was the best was the best choice for your neutral special, but I would have liked to see a save up for Dynamo or Momentum Mail instead.
Yeah, it kind of just depends on who you ask. I'm a big fan of Armor first, so I can keep the gem pull, but there is a lot of merit to getting Relic first. Because Relics can often be, like, bigger game changers despite being the cheaper buys.
It very much depends on the matchup, but I don't think Meechole is showing any particular weakness that Ghost Gloves would cover
Yeah,
or would exploit. Oh, you hate to get smoked like that.
that setup, what the hell? That's such a good setup. I mean, it's really not that good,
That was
but
nasty.
like, it's so funny.
It was gross, at least.
That might be, like, the most BM thing of this whole stream so far. I don't even know if it was
You
meant
wash
that
your
way.
hands after you get hit by that.
Oh, yeah.
And you wash your hands after you hit that as well.
So much to clip that. That was... Oh no. Oh no. This is Shovel Knight.
Oh.
We don't...
You hate to see that. Really needed to be ready to attack after he got sent down.
You have to attack those. It's just... There's no way around it. Oh boy. And...
Alright, so we have Joe up 2-1.
Yeah.
Going into the next game, Meechole's counter pick, and we're seeing FD, which I don't know how to feel about it.
It's a good Ranno stage. I think it's also, it's like one of SK's worst stages and one of Ranno's best. So, like, I'm feeling it. The big thing is, like, you gotta play super lame on this stage. So, be ready for that. Ranno on Abyss is, yeah, it's kind of just this. We're seeing a lot of, like, just needles to keep Joe out. And that's pretty much what you gotta do. I mean, in a lot of this matchup in general, but especially on this stage in particular.
Oh, Joe going for it again. That's
Yeah.
mean. That's mean.
I
You
mean-
can't do that.
Hey, you know, if you get the fishes, right?
The stream's PG, so we might not be able to show another one of those.
What?
PG-13, that
Trying to run in. These jump side Bs are a little bit weird. A lot of the time when you side B as SK, unless you're like recovering, it kind of depends on the situation, but when you're side being in neutral, you're
Yeah, we
typically...
also see Joe take mail first here, which
Yeah,
I think I agree with for FD. I believe he has momentum.
Yeah, he's momentum mail, which is really good, because that up air might have killed that momentum mail. Already paying off.
Oh, I don't agree with fishing there.
That's actually the thing, like, buying momentum mail is, like, the first thing you buy. It's one of the reasons I like it most, is that it makes you so tanky.
Does it increase weight?
Yeah.
I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah, it increases weight.
Oh. Could have tacked if he was a few pixels lower, I think.
Yeah, I think it's specific. Oh my god, I can't talk. I don't know exactly what the specifics would be like, but it is really good. The weight buff is one of the things that I think people hate most about it.
Should have really followed up with that on that needle.
One thing I will say, I think Nair off stage isn't super duper strong. It's Bear is super good off stage, and that's what we gotta really learn to go for if we're gonna play SK, but
Joe just going for all these fish spikes.
yeah, and
I have no idea what women's opinions are on Joe, but fish are definitely pretty fond of him right now.
yeah. I
Yeah.
thought you were gonna say that the fish fear him.
No, I think if you're Meechole, you're the one who fears the fish here.
This is definitely true. You're fearing the fish. Oop, big weight. And yeah, you can't hold it on that one.
Love that super jump up air.
Me
It was
too.
either super jump or double jump. Wasn't sure.
Yeah, a little string coming in from Meechole. This is his bracket life on the line. He's gotta go off right now and get something huge. But the parry...
Yeah, I think Joe definitely adapted to this counter pick.
I mean, this is like probably one of the best buys you're gonna get.
If you're Meechole and you see Joe picking Ghost Gloves every time he picks a special, I don't think you take him to FD.
Well, there was one game where Joe went gear. I still feel like the counter pick was like a good call. It's just that Joe was doing
Yeah,
galaxies.
that's the set. And that's Meechole's tournament life.
I think Meechole just kind of panicked on like how to beat that out. You just literally just throw a needle at it. You'd almost never see that move hit, so watching a galaxy is like startling.